You gotta leave the Beverly Share sign. Going to Elkhart.
Oh,
Going to Elkhart.
horizontal, you dingus.
Going to Elkhart.
Okay, so we got back around 8 p.m. We decided not to push ourselves too hard and get stuff unloaded, but we got some pretty cool machines. We got lights now. It's really nice. So, pretty amazing machines. A lot of fun hanging out with Mark and Fred. Pretty cool dudes, pretty cool shops. We didn't get any video of Fred's shop because we were in a rush, but pretty cool place. Old place called Pettifor's is the shop it used to be. So we're gonna back this up tomorrow, get these in here, but first, I think there's a lot of moving, shuffling of machines that I think is long overdue. I think lathe is relatively new. I don't know if we've seen that on the camera. There used to be a workbench here, wood workbench, and we got rid of it just now because we used to hammer on it, but we're actually gonna move all the hammering back here to this table because we don't need a much bigger table. This shaper is gonna be gone. It has to be gone by the end of the month or else it's getting scrapped. This lathe, we used to inside spin on this. We don't inside spin on here anymore because I built out the Cincinnati for inside spinning. This is just for sanding now, and that's gonna go to the basement. So first thing we're doing tomorrow, and then we're going to get that in the basement, and then this shaper is gonna get put out here until the guy comes to get it. This seam roller is actually gonna go to the back room as well, and then we're going to move this lathe, my main spinning lathe, where the seam roller is. This table is gonna go where this lathe is, and then this table is gonna get emptied out, moved out of here, and then the blessing draw bench is gonna go along the wall here because that's the best space, because the blessing draw bench is about 14 feet long. The blessing draw bench is only like 8 feet of it is actually touching the ground, and then the rest is just overhang. So we're actually gonna put the bench in and then rebuild this table around the cylinder so that we can store manuals above and below it, just so there's not that much dead space. It should be pretty cool. And then the oven is gonna go in the place where the inside spinning lathe is. It's gonna go right there, my new big oven. And then shaper's gonna go here temporarily. Mark's Conn draw bench is gonna go here temporarily. We're gonna move the pink lathe where Yui's surface grinder is, and then Yui's surface grinder is gonna go where the oven is. The Omniturn is gonna go where the pink lathe is. And then eventually the milling machine is gonna go next to the surface grinder. So we're gonna kind of extend our machining area this way because we're making room for a new machine, which is another more modern machine that's gonna simplify stuff, kind of replace the Omniturn as a small parts machine. And then our Omniturn will just be for making tapered mandrels like we made. Dave made this one yesterday. He made like 9 or 10 mandrels. That'll give this area. I'm getting rid of this table too because I hate this table. It's too big. It's stupid. It bothers me. Yeah, we're gonna try to consolidate, kind of up our material storage game too. Our rod stock is a disaster as far as storage. It's a disaster. The tubes aren't bad, but we're gonna go away from horizontal tube storage to vertical. So we're gonna put a couple sheets of plywood on the back of this shelf. We're gonna do vertical tube storage here, up into the skylight for the longer stuff. And then the pattern cutting table is gonna be kind of an island coming out of the middle here. So you can cut tubes or cut bell patterns, whatever you're gonna do. And then that should be pretty good. Yeah, we inside spin on the Cincinnati now. So the Cincinnati, end of an era. This is no longer a turning lathe. This is now just a spinning lathe for inside spinning and inside beating. Look at our bins. Do you like our bins? I like the bins. A few different batches of bells going on. Pretty much 50. And then this is the most recent one that Adam's working on. Adam has been taking over a lot of the bell process, and it's been the best thing ever because he's really getting dialed in good at it. And also it's very nice to have help because before that it was pretty much just me, and then I had help with sanding. But now I haven't had to touch these at all. So now once they're at this point, I take over and I'm doing inside spinning and the pre-spin, some of that stuff. But Adam's been doing the blank spin, which is really nice. Brazing, he's getting phenomenal at brazing. Really cool. So we got these bins just to keep track of batches. So this is the oldest batch, second, and then this is the third newest, and then these are rebrazes. So these are bells that need little spots in the seam touched up because during the process they opened up or whatever, you know, because when you braze a bell the way we do, you get some spots where it gets a cold weld that doesn't really take all the way through, and you don't realize it until you're hammering it open. So these are all the rebrazes from the last 3 or 4 batches of bells, and we just need to go through and touch them up and then get them in process. Probably have about 200 bell blanks going right now, which is really great. Now it's all waiting on me. So yeah, this is gonna be our new hammering bench. This isn't the final location of it. This is just temporary because we're actually putting a sink in here so that when we braze bells, we just pickle them here and rinse them here. This hammering bench will probably end up living, I don't know, Probably more that way where that cart is. Or even in this corner, if we move this kiln with the other kiln, we'll have to look at it. Yeah, I just want to give a little update. So I think tomorrow we're going to be trying to move all this stuff. So maybe we'll take some video. I'll try to remember. It's really hard to do. It's going well. We're trying to get organized, getting everything laid out. It's so important at this point. I'm not a naturally organized person, but at this point, if we don't get organized now, it'll never really happen. Then we just turn into a bloated old company that just has shit everywhere for no reason. So I've been throwing out shit like crazy, trying to get this place down to just what we need. You know, what do we need to make instruments? I'm sick of broken machinery. I'm sick of other people's broken machinery. I'm sick of garbage that I bought when I was younger, when I was a kid, and I was buying every piece of plastic and steel I could find at estate sales. I just don't need it, you know. If we need steel, we'll order it at McMaster. Yeah, look at all our tube legs. These are all French horn lead pipes, trumpet lead pipes, French horn nickel silver lead pipes, 020, or no, these are tube blanks. Pre-draw tube blanks. These are 020 tube blanks, 025 tube blanks, some drawn stuff for customer, copper, nickel silver, and gold brass bell blanks. This shelf has just got piled up because we're moving everything out of here. These are more mandrels that we're cataloging, and we're gonna hang up on our wall with these ones. And yes, I did this. I put those up there. It's crazy, I know. So organized. Getting our draw mandrels lined up so we know what we have, and then we're actually going to be selling drawn tubing on the website, just like plug and play. Select your sizes, material, and then we'll draw it for you. So that's going to be pretty great. Oh yeah, look at our bin. Same thing, we're getting organized on our parts because we are starting production on trombones soon, and also doing some Vienna horn stuff again. Trying to get a little bit more laid out here, make everyone happy. If everyone knows where stuff is, there's a lot less stress going on. Yeah, check in tomorrow.
Stuck over here.
I think if it was all the way up to the railing, it would be in the way.
You're just in a second.
I think we leave it here. Cool! Yeah, we have to move the shaper next.
Why don't we move it further inside?
It doesn't go out that door.
You're in? Yep. No! That was good. We're getting a new driveway. Here they are. Look, I'm Superman. Shut up, Dave.
Oh yeah. Pink lathe and a Conn draw bench right next to each other. Okay, everyone say hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
There you go. So we are back here now a couple week later. So this is the Conn draw bench from Marky Mark. We love Mark. CG Conn right there. So it's a pretty cool chain bench. Look at that chain. We don't have this one set up. We did use this a couple months ago at Mark, so we know it does work. It works pretty good. It's just kind of crazy how big the chain is. It is wild. Covered in red rouge, as per usual. But the bench we've been using is this Blessing one. It's wonderful. It's leaky, but it's wonderful, despite the leaks. So Adam's been going ham on this thing. Drew all these. This is a production draw bench, so it's all not fully automated. It's pretty automated though. It doesn't require a lot of user brain. Kind of just set it and forget it. Right now we're drawing French horn lead pipe blanks. So you can see it has this little finger. Hits the stop, which are adjustable, and it comes back, and then it hits the stop, and it'll idle. We do our first draw. It starts off like this. These are nickel silver. We have a nose on her, and it turns into this, which is just a tapered tube. Not quite a French horn tube yet, but it's on the way. So we use a nylon washer, just like with trumpet lead pipes. Oh yeah. And we set up a coolant guy on here. See, no touching necessary, it just...
Mom, run here.
Yeah. It's so cool. The cylinder is pretty messed up on this. It's just old and got rusty and the seals are all messed up now. So we have a constant little key action. It's really not that bad for the productivity this machine has. Otherwise, it's, you know, we'll work through it until it doesn't work anymore and then we'll fix it. It's a pretty in-depth fix though. So then it just pulls it off. We use the same nylon to draw to pull it off. It holds so tight to the mandrel that it will pull it off. We were shocked at how fast this process went from going on our manual bench to the automated one. It's like at least 5 times faster. Adam drew all these nickel ones yesterday and then about half of these brass ones in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And that is a huge increase because I was thinking about it. We did 100 Colton lead pipe, trumpet pipe order for Allied. And it took me 6 hours to draw 100 trumpet lead pipes. And it took Adam 2.5 hours to draw basically 150 French horn lead pipes. And they're, you know, 3 times as long. So that's a pretty huge difference and a lot less stressful. Pretty cool. This stop here, this is for trombone hand slide tubes. So there's 2 draws on a trombone hand slide. So you set this one up to where your stocking starts and then you can flip it out of the way. Once he's done, I'll show you. You can rotate this bar over at the operator area to flip this stop into being engaged. Haven't messed around with that yet. We're trying to get through this batch. Yes, that's pretty cool. Pretty cash money. Makes it a lot safer, a lot easier to think about. I did bend one mandrel when I was trying to figure out how to set up the stops, but one mandrel is not too bad. It did not go flying. I had laser fast reflexes and I stopped it. Look at all this scrap. French horn lead pipes. Pretty cool. Yeah, so we make some lead pipes for Allied. Also just, you know, any customer can buy French horn, trombone, trumpet lead pipes. So it's pretty cool. So I'll turn the fans back on so Mr. Adam here doesn't die.
87 degrees.
Yeah, it's a hot one today. 87, baby. Some pretty exciting stuff. Oh, Adam's been engraving. Ooh, so fancy. Oh yeah, we're trying a new pickle. This is pretty good stuff. We're trying 2 things. We're trying a cleaning concentrate for removing buffing compound. This is developed for Red Rouge and Tripoli. So we're trying that out in the ultrasonic. I haven't really given it a good test yet, but it seems to work pretty well. We're also trying a pickle from Rio Grande for nickel silver, because nickel silver is really hard to pickle because it gets, these are kind of half done. It gets these really dark black oxide and doesn't want to come off, but this stuff seems to work. I pickled these in it yesterday. Leaves the orange on there, but the orange I don't really care about. And the insides look pretty clean. That seems to be pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was jumping. Oh yeah, look, we got winders. Wow. You have to go back and see how these looked before. These were like hodgepodge of like 4 different things, and now they're just glass block. This is all new too. We got our giant oven, which has been on YouTube. Seam rollers back here now. We got carts full of bells. We got the new kind of hammering area and new brazing area. And then this is the same, we just moved it over. Giant oven doesn't work yet, but it will work. This is a spinning lathe now. We don't do any machining on here anymore. This is just for inside spin, and pink lathes over here now. This is actually going to the basement. We just got this from Lost Creek. I cut it in half with a Sawzall. People said it could them be done, but those people haven't met someone as deranged as me. This is just gonna go to the basement and be for sanding bells, so that you can sit here and sand bells instead of sitting here and like leaning over. Should be pretty nice. And this will also do French horn and trombone as well, big enough. So that's pretty cool. Sitting here right now until we move it. But the Omni turn and the mill are gonna come on this wall as well. So we'll kind of have a tool and die area here. And then we're making room for a new CNC machine, which is gonna go right there. We haven't really done too much stuff on our TL1 on YouTube, or anything, I don't think. This machine's been great. Already made back what we spent on it with some of the work we put through it. We make bell mandrels for Bach, and we design bells for Bach. So the new 229 bell is the bell we developed here in Chicago for Bach, CSO approved, which is pretty cool. If you want a good 229 bell, you know where to come. Oh, we're getting new sidewalks. We're redoing the street out here. We got a new driveway, so it won't be bumpy when you come. Got lots of work going out, lots of work coming in, so not gonna complain. We're pretty behind on bells right now. I'm trying to catch up. It's been a big help having Adam and Dave to help me do some of, like, Adam's been taking on the drawing stuff now, which is really great. Frees me up to get back on bells and machining. Stay tuned till we get this set up. We're gonna find out where it's gonna live, and then we'll definitely be using it to draw some tubes. Probably some Elkhart 8D mouth pipe tubes, just because that's fun. But yeah, see you guys later.